Good afternoon, and thank you so much for having us on KWN today. I'm Sandra Spivey, the principal at Dade Middle School, and I've been a guest here before, but for those of you who are maybe joining us for the first time, this is my second year in Dade County Schools, and I'm just so honored to be working with the wonderful faculty, staff, and students at Dade Middle School. And we appreciate this avenue that KWN and Dr. Harris give us to tell you about some of the great things happening at our school. I've got some guests here with me today to talk about the topic that we want to share some with you about today. And so I want to introduce them first. Just to my left here, this is Lisa Bell, and Lisa's actually joined us on KWN, I think sometime during last school year, and I think we were here to talk about a similar topic, our house system. And so there are some changes that we want to talk about today. But Lisa Bell is our academic coach, and prior to that she was a teacher at Dade Middle School, and she works directly with our students, and her main job is to work with our teachers as they serve our students. So thank you for being here with us today, Lisa. And Lisa takes a lead role in facilitating our house and club structure that we're going to tell you about today. Nikki Wright is also with us, and we appreciate her being here today. Nikki is an 8th grade ELA teacher, English Language Arts teacher at Dade Middle School. And last year, just like me, last year was her first year at Dade Middle School and in Dade County. This was not her first year teaching. She moved to us from Memphis, Tennessee, and so we're so happy to have her at Dade Middle School, and so she's going to share with you about our clubs today. And then last but not least, on the end of the table is Will Martin, and some of you maybe hear from him more often than you realize, because he is the person that is behind facilitating WDMS, and many of you tune in, you catch the link that we have posted on our website, and or go to YouTube and watch our daily broadcast that our students do at WDMS, and he does that. And he is also an ELA teacher. He works with our 6th graders at Dade Middle School. So I'm going to tell you why I have them today, but I wanted to introduce them first. And so today what we want to do is tell you a little bit about, we've made some pretty big changes this year with our house system and have added some opportunities for clubs, and so we want to share with you a little bit about that. But for those of you who are not familiar with our house program or what it was before we made the changes, I just want to tell you a little bit about that. The house system was developed here at Dade Middle School before my time. This is actually the 4th year for houses at Dade Middle School, and the process or the program or the initiative was started, it was based on the model. Many of you may be familiar with the Ron Clark Academy and the model for the house system that they have there. It's a very dynamic model, and basically the attempt was to do something similar at Dade Middle School. And it's a wonderful program, and the idea behind the program, it's really multifaceted, but you know, we have about 500 students at our school, and this is one of the many ways to try to get just a smaller learning community, really, a smaller little community of people who know each other, support each other across grade levels, and kind of form a bond through their assigned house. Students are assigned randomly to the houses, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. They're sorted. We have a big house sorting ceremony, and that's the way it was last year, and that's the way we've done it again this year. But it's a lot of fun for our students, and we do there's a time we're very serious about our academic work, and we have opportunities for athletics and other things, fine arts, but this is a way for students to have fun and learn at the same time, again, within that smaller community of learners. This system also provides us an avenue so that we can address critical elements of students' lives. And at the middle school age, there's a lot going on with middle schoolers. I think all 4 of us would say we love working with middle schoolers. I'm not sure what that says about us as individuals, but you have to be maybe just a little bit crazy to enjoy that. But we have 11, 12, and 13-year-olds, and so you go to work every morning not really sure what's going to happen at work, but we love these kiddos. We have great kids, but they're going through a lot at this stage, and these adolescents, they're very pliable at this age, and they're open to positive and negative influences. So we want to provide as many opportunities as we can for them to explore things they're interested in, to develop positive relationships, and to have a sense of belonging. That some of our students that enjoy our house system have a sense of belonging in all aspects of their lives, and then some of our students don't. And this is just that opportunity for all of our kiddos. So at the end of last year was my first year, as it was Miss Wright's, and so I kind of observed and participated in our house structure last year. We had 4 houses. Candor, Dauntless, Erudite, and Amity. I was about to leave out Amity, Miss Wright's house. And so we had the 4 houses, and as we watched throughout the year, what we talked about a lot was there was a lot of excitement, particularly with our 6th graders at the beginning of the school year as they were sorted in the houses. And then just as time went on, there was just something missing, and we felt like while the idea, some of which I've just explained, was great behind the houses, we weren't reaching our full potential. So we began to, Miss Bell and I actually talked a lot last year about what might be missing. And so we formed a committee, and there were quite a few members of our faculty and staff. These are 3 members here that I've introduced to you, but we also had Laura Colvin, Ashley Smith, Buddy Durham, Kristen McBurnett, David Lyons, Anna Thomas, Kristen Green, and we had a PTO rep that served some of the time on our committee. And these guys worked so very hard, but basically I presented them with an assignment, and I said, we've got to look at our house structure, and we either need to keep what we have and tweak it. We need to keep what we have, and I said gut it, I think, which means it needs a massive overhaul, or we need to do away with it and go in a different direction. And as an aside, I said, our kids have a lot of interests, and we would have activities in the gym, physical activities, and some of our kids were all into that, and then we would have other kids wanting to get away and go read a book or do other things. So we just said we've got to figure out a way during the school day. About 85% of our kids probably get on a bus in the afternoon, so we needed time during the school day for them to be able to explore other interests that they might have. So that was the assignment of the committee, and the committee did a fantastic job, and they chose the hardest of the 3 options, and that was to keep it and gut it. And then they rolled clubs and houses in together. So when we come back after the break in just a minute, we're going to share with you what we came up with, what our house structure looks like, what our club opportunities look like, and then just how we organize all of this for our students. So stay tuned, and we'll get back after the break.
At Comfort Gallery in Kimball, you can truly shop for any piece of furniture from any of our manufacturers. Drop in today and use our in-store kiosk. It's over 40 inches of full color, completely interactive for ease of use. And yes, you can shop all of our manufacturers for virtually any piece you may be looking for. Come to Comfort Gallery in Kimball to find exactly what you need for your home using our kiosk to shop from all of our manufacturers. Free delivery and setup, 1-year free layaway, and 6 and 12 months same as cash available at Comfort Gallery, 780 Main Street, Kimball, Tennessee. This fall, we're rolling out the Love the Bus Elementary campaign. Love the Bus is designed to teach students the importance of safety, respect, and proper bus etiquette. As we continue to enhance efforts of safety for our students, we'd like to have you as part of our team. The Dade County Schools Transportation Department is seeking bus drivers and bus monitors. Part-time hours with full-time benefits. For more info, call the Dade County Schools Central Office today at 706-657-4361.
Don't miss the excitement of the 63rd Annual DeKalb County VFW Agricultural Fair, happening September the 24th through September the 29th. Gates open at 5 o'clock every evening and at 10 a.m. Saturday morning. Come see us. Gates admission is only $4. Ride tickets start at just $1.25 for the midway, or you can save by buying them in bulk. It's on the fairgrounds in downtown Fort Payne. Wednesday is Dollar Night. All rides $1. Come on and have fun. And Wednesday night is Veterans Night. Vietnam veterans are admitted free with proof of service. service. Make your plans to visit the DeKalb County VFW Agricultural Fair. Once again, September the 24th through the 29th. Come to the 63rd Annual Fair.
Hi, everybody. If you're looking for a great deal on antique furniture, come down and see Daryl and Vicki at Ma and Pa's Trading Post at 12270 South Main Street in Trenton, Georgia. We have great deals on primitive, antique, vintage, and repurposed furniture. We also have a great selection of mid-century and modern items as well, along with all types of collectible items for your home. You can call us at 423-488-5929. We're open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. Thank you and have a blessed day.
Welcome back to KWN, and we are Dade Middle School here today. We're so happy to be here today to share with you about our house and club structure. And I've asked Mr. Martin if he would to tell you one of the first things the committee decided to do is to keep our house system but to make some major changes. So I'm going to let him tell you about that.
Yeah, we decided early on to rebrand and kind of re-gut, as she said, to gut it out and to restart with this. And we thought we need to change the houses themselves. And so we did. And it was very funny because all of us got around a table and we were trying to come up with four names, 4 themes, 4 characters that we could weave all together to make things make sense. And Dr. Spivey may or may not know this, but at one point it looked like it was going to be the Ninja Turtles over some strong objections from members of the committee. And we talked about several things. How could we do character words? Could we do historical figures? And then Coach Durham actually is the one who spoke up, and he said, well, what about mascots from the county? And it was just kind of one of those aha moments. And so then, thanks to the wonderful people at the Trenton Public Library, we were able to go back and track down 4 of the mascots from the historic schools in the county, and we rebranded each one of the houses. And the first mascot is the Darters, and so our first house at DMS is the Darters. And you can see our logo here for the Darters. The Dade Darters were the mascot for Dade County High School from the years 1935 to 1938. And we really don't have much more information than that other than one newspaper article, maybe two newspaper articles we were able to find. So if you have more information on the Dade County Darters, we would love to have that. I will say that what you see here is a little bit creative from our committee, in that the Dade Darters weren't actually an animal, they were a dart like you throw. And we needed to make that a little more fun for kids, so we chose the bird, and we're respecting the name, but the Dade Darters weren't actually an eagle. But anyway, if you have more information on the Darters, we would love to talk with you and have more information on that. Our next house represents the North Dade School, and it is the Panthers. And the Panthers represented North Dade from 1949 to 1975. And this was a great way to just take that mascot and weave it right in with one of the houses that already existed. They actually got to keep the same colors and everything, so it worked out perfectly.
This is my house, so yeah. All of the faculty and staff members are in a house, so this is my flag. Yeah,
these are the Panthers. And I know what you're thinking. Well, what about the Rising Fawn School? What about the Lookout Mountain School? What about the other county schools? And this just happened to be one of the first ones that we came across, so we didn't leave anyone out intentionally. Next, we went to one of the bigger ones in the county in our history, and that is the Wildcats. And you're probably familiar with the fact that we were the Dade County Wildcats for a long time. For 1949 to 1975, Dade County High School, we were the Wildcats. And I know that my parents have lots of Wildcat stuff at home, and so it was great to weave the Wildcats into this. And the Wildcats happen to be my house, which I feel like will be the champions this year.
I'm not sure about that. We're going to have to see about that. I've already had one of our faculty members' father was in school at the time of the Wildcats, and he was really excited that we were, kind of bringing this back in a way at our school. So. Yeah.
And it seemed only fitting to kind of balance that out with the other biggest power in the county for a long time, and that's the Davis School. And most of us are familiar with the fact that they were the Davis Yellow Jackets from 1961 to 1975 as a whole school, K through 12. And we have taken the Yellow Jackets and the purple and gold, and we have made that our fourth house. We do want to acknowledge that the Davis Elementary School still considers themselves the Yellow Jackets, and we're proud to kind of give a nod to that and to keep that history going.
And their mascot looks a little different than what we chose here for that purpose, for them to continue with their identity with the Yellow Jackets. So thank you, and thank you, ladies, for showing us. We wanted to be able to show you a visual of this. And Mr. Martin, you may want to share, weren't able to incorporate that in the segment today, but Mr. Martin put together a video when we were first introducing, just to tell our students and our faculty and staff, kind of in a little video segment, about what we were doing. And so thank you, Mr. Martin, and he's been such a creative presence in our school, but on this committee as well. So thank you. And then another big part, so those are the four houses, and Miss Bell is going to tell us in our last segment today about how everybody is sorted into the houses. But another part of this program, and I love the historical mascots, and it's been a lot of fun to roll that out. But I think my favorite part of this whole process is the opportunity our kids have in clubs. And basically it's a way for them to explore the things that they're interested in, for them to have time during the school day to say, you know, I'm really interested in learning more about fill in the blank. And so Miss Wright is going to tell us how we worked through that process, because we had a really long list, I think of about 50 something different ideas for clubs, which was not manageable or doable for our kids. So tell us what we came up with and how we're using that for our kids.
Well, I hope you really see how excited we all are about this new house system and our clubs for our kids. Like Dr. Spivey, I'm so excited about these clubs too, because our kids are excited about these clubs. Not only did we give them some ideas, guys, what if we did this? What about this club? We gave them some suggestions, and then because we want them to be invested in this, we asked them, what would you like to see on our list for clubs? What would you like to do? What do you want to learn more about? What do you enjoy doing when you're not here? What can we talk about together? Form some more bonds with them, forge some more family. And we ended up finally with 13. Our list was longer. We had a lot of clubs suggested that didn't fill up enough. We spent a lot of time as teachers going through their first, second, and third choices because we gave them multiple options. What club would be best for them? Do we have enough in this club? Because we want each of our houses to compete against each other. So within these clubs, they're competing for points, doing challenges. We ended up with 13 that actually formed, and forgive me for reading some of them, but I don't want to leave anybody out because our kids are too excited for me to leave anybody out. But we have Academic Bowl. So for some of us, I know when I was in school, we had Knowledge Bowl, and this is very similar. The challenging questions, competing on teams, and our competitive kids are enjoying this way of learning. Whatever way they want to learn, we want to be there for them for that. Intramural sports, they're competitive in all ways. So they get to go outside, inside, wherever, break the routine and play whatever sport they're doing that day. And anytime they can compete against each other and it's okay, they're all for it. Creative writing. I know that Dr. Harris has been really interested in getting the kids to write with her as well as in all of our English classes. So my kids complain, I mean rejoice. And writing has been a very big thing for us in our class, and so many of my kids are writing books of their own, entering contests on their own. So we also have creative writing. They'll be competing in there as well, and I can't wait to see the stories that come out of this. Book club. We do have so many kids that were into reading. I know last year in Amity, I felt like so many of our kids would lose in the competitions because we had readers, and our readers are now in the book club. Electronics and technology. I've asked Miss Reed on several occasions if I can get in there to make sure I know what's going on, because every day that technology changes. But our kids know so much more than us already, and now they're going to be taking over the world. We're sorry about that. FBLA.
It's true.
The future business leaders of America, they're already competing in business competitions, preparing for their future. And that was really one of our main goals in this. Not only is this extra and fun, but it prepares them for the future.
And we're going to take a break here in just a minute, and Miss Wright is going to share the rest of our list of clubs and tell you a little bit about maybe which ones have been the most popular. You might be surprised at what some of our kids have chosen. And so right after the break, we're going to come back and finish the list of clubs.
Georgia Northwestern Technical College is now accepting applications for classes. We offer programs in business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 campus locations with financial aid options as well. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Apply now. Drop by one of our campuses today or check us out at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Get focused. Get hired.
Methamphetamine affects everyone, your neighbors, your friends, and even your family.
Know the signs.
Physical symptoms include you may have extreme difficulty sleeping and even insomnia, and you may lose your appetite.
Know the signs. Please know the signs.
You can seem nervous and anxious and even have paranoia.
Know the signs.
Overheat easily and sweat without even being hot.
Know the signs.
Dilated pupils and even hair loss.
Know the signs.
Hallucinations and delusions. And you can also have tachycardia, which is a rapid heart rate.
Know the signs.
You may have liver damage and loss of skin elasticity.
Know the signs.
You may notice unexplained financial instability and social isolation.
Know the signs.
You may have a false sense of euphoria, coupled with strong depression and even risky behavior, legal trouble, memory loss, and repeated incarceration.
Please know the signs. Unfortunately, we do.
Can you gig it? Oh, yes, you can. We know you've been waiting for a long time, and now Tennessee Valley Net is bringing it to you. Gigabit internet service now available in certain areas of Dade County. Not just fast, super fast internet service now available from Tennessee Valley Net. People are talking, I mean really smiling about gig speed internet available in limited areas from Tennessee Valley Net. Call today at 706-657-4367 or log on at tvn.net and see if gig speed is available where you are. We know you'll gig it from Tennessee Valley Net.
And we're back, and you're live here with Dade Middle School as we're continuing to talk about our clubs. And Miss Wright, before the break, was going through our list of clubs. I believe the last one you mentioned was FBLA.
Yes, and we have so many. Forgive us for wanting to tell you about all of them, but our kids are so excited. We also have drama and musical theater, and this is actually Mr. Martin's club, but this is basically where they try to keep me out as I want to visit and sing Hamilton with them, but they frown upon such.
You are welcome at any time.
You saw that, folks. Right here. He said it. Arts and crafts is actually mine and Miss Gann, and we're having a great time with the kids. She has more actual artistic talent with the drawing of the things, and while I just like to make everything off of Pinterest. So now the kids are working with me, making everything off Pinterest. So I know that I'm having a great time getting to know a whole new subset of kids that I would never get to see otherwise. Outdoor living. We have some amazing teachers at our school that know all the things about survival, hunting, and now our kids are learning too. And now that I think about it, pairing this with technology, we really are preparing them for the future. Hopefully they'll be on our side. Science Club. Science Club. They are already doing experiments in this club and having a great time. I know they had to come over and show me their slime. They were so proud of it.
That may be the club that's having the most fun so far, which you may or may not expect. So. Yeah.
Yes, and math counts. Our kids that were able to test into that, they are doing such a great job in helping the rest of us with the math. An Odyssey of the Mind, the mini competitions that they're going to be involved in. I remember doing that in school and how much fun we had. So I can't wait to see their projects. And also our student leadership. This gives them extra time together to plan more for us to do and to be the voice of our students, because we really want them invested in the system. We think that that's what's going to make this work the best for them.
So that's a great list. And as I said, we're really excited because it's interesting to see what the kids chose. I was telling them, I had a parent stop me, and she was laughing, but she said, "Can I pick the club for my child?" I think he had picked the outdoor living, and that's what he was interested in. I think she was maybe looking more toward maybe math or science or something like that. And we do have a lot of kids who are having fun in those clubs, but he wanted to do that, and I said, well, the two of you negotiate, but we're going to let him pick what he's having fun with right now. Our most popular club was the intramural sports, which we expected.
Yes.
So about 1/5, about 100 of our 500 kids are in that club, and we were prepared for that. We knew, but I think it's very telling. That's what we were doing the majority of last year in our house, but only 1/5 of our student body was their choice, their first choice. So that means 4/5 of our student body wanted to do something else. So we're giving them that opportunity. Thank you, Ms. Wright, for going through that list for us, and we're super excited, and it's going really well. We've had 2 club days so far, and it's been wonderful. The adults are as interested in their club as the students, because while the students got one of their top 3 picks, so did the teachers. The teachers got to say what they were interested in, so it's a great marriage. And I've asked Ms. Bell to talk to us a little bit about, through all of these opportunities, whether it is being assigned to a house or being assigned to a club, or things that they do as individual students at our school, they have ways that they earn points for their house. So you want to tell us a little bit about that, Ms. Bell?
There's several different ways that the kids can earn points for their club. One of the first ways is with our student leadership. They're going to be coming up with some service projects so that we can actually get involved in the community and be doing positive things in the community, so they'll get points that way. School spirit, and we have dress-up days. I think we have dress-up days coming up next week, so they'll have an opportunity to get points for that. Every time they're in club, they get a point for being there, and some exciting thing for our kids is our brand new shirts, sponsored by the Sheriff's Department here in Dade County, and we are so appreciative of them doing that for us.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I'll be picking those up today, so we'll hopefully have our reveal for this next club day. So they'll get a point for wearing their shirt and a point for being there. So that's another way they can earn points. Positive behavior. Each grade level has their own competition kind of thing.
Kind of reward, positive behavior reward system.
So based on that, the grade level teams will determine how the points are given out. So each 9 weeks they'll get points for that. They get points for academics. If they are on the honor roll, they earn 25 points for their house. If they are on the star roll, if they're on the honor roll, they earn 10. If they're on the star roll, they earn 25 points. And if they have perfect attendance, they don't miss a single day, they get 50 points. So they can really rack up the points with that. Our students are going to be turning their points in. Miss Natalie's group, she has our special needs students, and they are going to be our worker bees. They are all yellow jackets. And they're going to, and this was their idea, and we think it's awesome that they're going to do this, but they're going to be helping our kids by picking up the points. They're going to go around and get the points from all the houses and turn those in and calculate them. They're going to be using their math and adding things up. And they're also going to be in charge of our spirit store. So kids are going to have an opportunity to get bracelets and earbuds and whatever they would like to do, and they're going to be handling the money and running the store for that. So we're super excited about their involvement.
And that was, as she said, that was their idea, and it fits right in with their curriculum standards. So that was something we had not planned from the beginning, but they got excited just like all of our other students are excited. And so that was a welcome addition. I feel like this is a process that just keeps building momentum, and as we move forward, we have lots of different things. We didn't get to share these flags we showed you. Students are going to be able to earn ribbons to place on their flags along with their points, and they'll have that recognition. Every 9 weeks we're going to do a pep rally. We'll include athletics in that, but it's going to be geared toward recognizing students for all of these things she mentioned: academics, participation in their clubs, character, service, attendance, all of the things that we encourage as teachers and administrators for our students. And I think that it's a system that we didn't really have in place, a structure last year. That was what it was missing, really, that structure to give these opportunities where students understood exactly how it works, so that they can, it's a fun competition that we have. among ourselves, faculty and students, but one that students are really learning through this process. And so we appreciate, again, Dr. Harris and KWN for allowing us to be here today to share about this with you. And if you are not following us on Facebook and Twitter, please do, and you'll be seeing, just today, I tweeted out our Character Award students that we're recognizing from last week. I think the word was stability. Every week we recognize a student in each grade level who stands out to the teachers as demonstrating that character trait. So those kinds of things, and if you'll follow us on Twitter and Facebook, I'm sure we'll also be posting things throughout the year about our house system and our clubs. And so Miss Bell, Ms. Wright, and Mr. Martin, I really appreciate you being here with me today to share about this. We definitely could not have created this system without our folks. And I appreciate the entire committee for everything that they did to come up with this great plan. I said Ms. Bell and I could not have come up with a plan anywhere near as good as this is an example of all of us working together and collaborating and having a great finished product. So thank you.